Hello there everyone and welcome to our new review on the channel. And today we are going to be looking at a brand new effect, something that came out just a few days ago, and that is Billow by the French twins. Now this is something that was not given to me. I decided to purchase this with my own money, with my own volition, because it looked really fun. And I did have a show literally this night. I'm filming this after coming from the show, after coming from work, because I wanted to get this review to you out by Black Friday so that if you want to pick this up, because it is incredibly good, you can pick it up at 50% off during the next few days. So that's why I wanted to do this review. So we're gonna unpack everything that you need to learn and know about Billow before making your purchase right after the intro. Perfect, so you decide to stick around, which means you want to learn more about Billow. So what is Billow? Billow is essentially an effect where you will be able to show the spectator a real 360 degree of your magic trick. And that means that they're going to be able to see it from above, but also from an angle that usually no one can ever see, and that is below. And you achieve that by putting the camera underneath your performing surface so that they can see exactly how the magic happens and give them an unforgettable moment of magic. Now, I won't be able to perform it exactly for you how it would go because, well, my phone is filming and the app is on my phone, but I can give you kind of a rundown of how this would work. So imagine this is my phone. So I could be doing a few effects for a spectator. Imagine I've done a 2-card transpo for a spectator. Then I tell him, okay, you know what? That was good, right? But what about we push this further? What about we do this now from all angles? Because you may think you've seen every angle of the trick, but that's not true. You've not seen how this works from below. So how about we give you that opportunity? Is that something that you're interested in? They're gonna say yes. You then remove your phone and tell them, so how we're gonna do this is we're just gonna open here the camera on my phone, and you can see the camera. Spectators could look in the camera, you can look, the camera is a live feed, and you say then perfect. And as you can see, when we were to pass cards over the phone, you would see them in the camera, right? So now they would select a playing card. So let's say they would select this one. You would then proceed to do all your magic moves or anything that you want. And then you would say, okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, as before, a random card, which is not your card, in this case, the 10 of spades. And you can see the 10 of spades on the camera as well. But now you're also, can you just hold your finger just like this? Because we're gonna try something with the 10. So just hold it just like this. So the spectator would be holding it like this, and you would take the phone and you would show. So look, if I pass the camera under, you can clearly see that that is the 10 of spades. But if you just flick your card, so the spectator would flick their card and you pass under, it now changes into their card, which was the 3 of diamonds, and everything is inspectable. The phone, the card, the deck, everything is inspectable. That's kind of a mock performance without a phone, but pretending to be a phone, of how Billow would work. So now that you know what it is, let's talk about where you buy this, how much does it cost, and what do you get. So you can buy this from the Illusionist website, from the French Twins website, or directly from the Apple Store. Yes, this is only an iOS app because of how it's designed and how it works. I'm sorry for all the Android users, but this is only an iOS iPhone app, so you can get it through those 3 places. Currently, it is available at 50% off at Illusionist website. Normally, this retails for 100 USD, which is around 130 Canadian. However, it retails now at 50 USD, which is 71 Canadian dollars. If you want to buy it from the French Twins website, it is full price, so you are going to be paying 90 euros or 90 pounds, 100 USD or 130 Canadian. Same for the App Store. That's going to be the price moving forward. But for the next few days, Illusionists are giving a big discount on this if you are interested. Now that you know the price and where to buy, what do you get when you buy? So first, whether you buy it from the Apple Store, or French Twins, or Illusionist, you're going to get a license key that will allow you to activate your app. So you're going to put your email as any app, and then the password is going to be your license key. Once the license key is entered, you're going to get access to the full app. Now, I did say that this is an app, but it's important to mention, since it is in the ad copy, and a lot of people are going to be asking me, do you need internet to perform this? Is the claim that you do not need internet true? And it is 100% true. You do not need internet to perform this. However, if you do want to have, an array of options to you, it's better to download the preset cards already with internet or at home before your gig so that you have everything set up for you when you want to go. We're going to talk about the presets in a moment, but no, the app does not use internet. It is something similar like a card to phone. That app doesn't need internet to make a card appear on your phone and for it to extract. Similar things are happening with this app. Of course, it's much more complex, but it is similar in that regard. Now, what's also nice about this is because this app is relatively simple. I was expecting some crazy kind of AI altering of the phone or pre-recorded videos or anything like that that would alter your live feed, but that's not what's going on. This is very, very simple. I was expecting some crazy complex thing, even though this was probably very hard to make. It is very simple and it's secret, which is very nice because it makes it very simple and trustworthy. When you perform it, you have all the confidence in order to do it, which is also a great thing to have. The app is very well designed. As I said, it does do a live feed of your camera and it alters it in a very interesting and foolproof way, which is fantastic. Additionally, I did say that this comes with presets. And what do I mean by that? In the app, already ready for you is one card that you can do the change with. However, there's already a preset of every single card in a deck of cards in the app. You just have to click on it and click download, and then you'll have kind of like a scroll wheel similar to card to phone where you're going to be able to select the card that you want to appear and the direction you want to appear it in when you download. We're going to talk about that in a moment because you can have the card go from right to left, you can do it left to right, or you can do top to bottom. Right? So you can choose that preset, choose your card, have it ready to go so that you can perform it without internet, and you have every single card in the deck of cards already on the app. You just have to download the cards that you want so you can have them kind of on the menu to click on it before you perform, which is very nice that you don't have to do that yourself. Everything is already given to you. Additionally, you have the Joker. So if you want to do kind of a Joker's is wild routine and pass the Jokers and say, look, the Joker is wild, it changes into your card, but not only virtually in real life as well, and put it on the table. That is available to you as well. Similarly for the backs, of course, you're not going to be able to do it with Madison pink cards, but you do have red and blue bicycle backs. So if you want to do kind of a color changing deck routine where you have, you do your classic, you show, look, I have a red deck and whatever, choose a card, the card that then they choose, you say perfect. So the 10 of spades, this is from the red deck, you pass it, you show it's red, you shake it, it becomes blue. When you pass it again, and then you show that all the deck has become blue. You can do that as well. And then you also have kind of the identity. If you remember the older effect, I think it was by Richard Sanders, Identity, where you have a blank card with scribbles. You can pass a blank card with scribbles, shake it, and then when you pass back, it shows the word, the name of the spectator, whatever. You also have blank card presets, so you can show a blank card, and then when you shake it, it becomes the spectator's card or the spectator's word or whatever the initials. And then you also have box. So you have the red and blue bicycle box, so you can pass it. The routine that they show you in the trailer is that they have a box with cellophane, they show it, they shake it, and when they pass it back, the box changes into the spectator's card, but no, it doesn't. The card has transported itself into the cellophane and that can be given to the spectator. So all of those presets are available on the app. All you have to do is click download and you have it ready for you. You don't have to put any additional work, and I find that's absolutely great. They did say they're gonna add additional features, additional cards, additional presets on their own. But if you wanna make your own, so if you wanna make something like the effect they show in the trailer where you do take the card and you show that you have it palmed and then it disappears, those are effects where you have to put in a bit of work. If you want to do it, for example, with pink rounders, or if you have your own deck of cards like butterflies, or your own thing like, you design your own deck and you use that for performances, you can do that as well with minimal effort. It shows you how to do that in the tutorial. So the app overall functions very well, supported very well, and it's intended to work without internet and has a ton of features already available for you. And it's also customizable to the size of your phone, to the size of your screen. Everything is ready to go on the app. Then with that, you also get the instructional video. It's very short, it's around 20 minutes long. It goes over just a few effects, mostly goes over how to set up and how this works and why it works and the thinking behind it. And then it gives you a few ideas of how to perform it also without cards, how to perform it on stage with an empty box, with curtains, with paper money, with bills, etc. It gives you a ton of ideas of how you can do this with other objects as well. However, I do feel it's a bit unfortunate that in the trailer, they show you so many cool ideas, but they don't even go over them in the tutorial. For example, the one with the card, where the signed card, he passes the box to show there's nothing, gives it a shake, and then the signed card appears inside the cellophane of the box. For example, that routine, they don't give it to you. So you can't really know how it works because they don't give it to you. But if you do put your thinking cap on, you can probably find out. But the tutorial is very simple. I would have liked, a bit of a longer tutorial with a bit more ideas, but it is what it is. You are still getting, some ideas here and there, and then your imagination can run wild. Now that is everything that you get with your purchase. And I hope I covered all that you need to know about the app, all that you need to know about how it works and all its distinct features, because I know the idea of having to input every card manually and having to do the videos yourself would have been annoying, but I want to reassure you that everything is already built into the app, playing card wise. So you're literally just going to download, input your username, input your password, look at the first 10 minutes of the tutorial, and you'll be able to perform this. But now let's talk a bit about difficulty. So what is the difficulty of the effect? Well, in terms of moves, you will have to perform a double lift, and that's not giving away the secret because that's literally how they market this. Supercharge your double lift or supercharge your transposition card routine or changing card routine with this effect. And that's exactly what it is. And it is fair. You will do a double lift, and then any control that you need to get a card to the top or anything like that if you're doing it in a routine, your simple card moves. Additionally, you will have to practice the movement of the card and the phone, because at the start you're going to want to hold the card like this and do it like this, but because of the way this works and because of some of the features, you're going to just have to practice a bit of the timing that you need for it to look smooth and the angle that you need for it to look smooth. I won't go over too much of it, but there is that amount of practice that you just need. So maybe to me it took me around 20 minutes to practice this, and consider I did a gig after where I performed this and it worked perfectly. So if you do around 20 minutes, you're just standing there in front of your phone, practicing the timing, you'll be able to get this down on pat and you'll be able to do it without any issue. You can also do it, as I said, in the spectator hand, so that you're just gonna have to reverse the moves. So you're just, instead of doing it yourself, you're gonna have to take the phone yourself and pass it underneath the spectator's card. So you're gonna need to practice that as well. When I did it, because it was my first time, I did it myself, because I wanted to make sure it's going to work. But with a bit of practice, you can do it as well with waving the phone underneath the spectator's card. Then you tell them, just shake your card and look, now it changes in your own hand. So that is available to you. And they tell you how to do that in the tutorial. So overall, this is relatively easy to perform. Now, what is the practicality? So in order to perform this, you're going to need a deck of cards and your phone. It's nice that you do not need internet or any connection whatsoever. You just need your phone with the app and a deck of cards, and you're ready to go at a moment's notice. In terms of angles, well, it's literally 360 above and below because of what the app is doing. It is 360 degrees in regards to that. In terms of inspectability, the deck of cards is fully inspectable, the boxes, anything is fully inspectable. You can even do this with signed cards. You show the card is not signed, you shake it, you pass over, and it changes into their signed card that you can give as a souvenir. You can do it with a signed card, no problem. And the cards in the box can be inspected, but the phone can be inspected. It is a live cam, so the best way to just do it is to show it, then you just close your phone, and then if they want to go on the cam again and keep trying it, they can do it. So technically your phone is inspectable fully as well, as long as you don't unlock it and give them the opportunity to go through your apps. But normally that shouldn't really be the case because of how convincing this is. In terms of a table, it does not need a table. As I said, he shows you how you can do this while holding the phone and the specter is holding the card. But I do really like just having the phone on the table and doing it while the phone is on the table or in the spectator's hand. So you don't necessarily need a table. And the reset for this is instant. The moment the card changes, if you want to do it again a second after, to the next table, you can do it. If, however, you want to change the card every single table, it's going to take you maybe 3 or 4 or 5 seconds in order to change the card in the app and have a different card at every single table. If that's your gist, you can do that. The app lets you do it, so the reset for that is really quick. Where would you perform this? So this can be performed pretty much anywhere. David Blaine has performed this on TV, and the applications, as I said, is not just cards. They teach you stage grand illusions that you can do with this app. So they teach you those grand illusions that you can use this app and this feature for to do it on stage. So you can do this technically close-up, table hopping. They teach you social media performances, like the palmed one can be done on social media. They teach you a ton of ways to do it. So this can be performed pretty much anywhere as long as you have a deck and your phone. So what are the negatives of the app? So first, let's start out with the negatives as always. One of the negatives of the app is that if you use the preset, you will maybe feel that it doesn't look real, but once you actually get out to perform this, you'll see that it does fly by everyone and looks exactly as it should. Maybe some savvy spectators that they're really techie. So maybe if you perform this at an Apple store, they're gonna maybe be like, oh, that's interesting. But for normal spectators, it's gonna fly by. But yeah, just at the start, I was like, oh, that doesn't really look like what it's supposed to. But once I got into the rhythm and practiced it, it flies by everyone and it just works perfectly. So don't get discouraged by those, maybe that visual that you may think doesn't look as real as it should, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. In terms of positive, it's incredibly well designed, incredibly easy to use. It has everything preloaded on it. So if you just wanna do this with bicycle playing cards, red or blue, you don't even have to do anything. Everything is set up for you. You just have to click on the card, download, perform. That's it. It can be used without internet. It's a really cool effect. The visual is great. The amount of stuff that you can do this with words, with blank cards, change the backs, the fronts, the boxes, anything that you want, you can do with this. There's a ton of ideas. Your mind is gonna go bonkers with things that you could maybe input into this app, film yourself, upload to the app, and do. It can be performed pretty much anywhere. It's easy to do, it's practical, and it's just fantastic. Personally, would I recommend this and what do I give it out of 10? I heavily recommend this. If you do card magic, I think this is a must buy. Personally, I think this is incredible. I think you're gonna love performing this. I think this is, especially for the price it is now, which is 50% off, a must own for Black Friday. I think this is something that you need to buy over a lot of other tricks. And I agree with some people saying that this could be almost trick of the year, even though it came out the end, because it is something that if with just minimal care, because the way the app is designed and it's used to just work without the need of internet, a domain or anything like that, because of the way it's designed, this should last an incredibly long time. Like card to phone, this could last decades, and this could be an app that you're gonna use and use and use indefinitely and infinitely if you enjoy it, and it will get you good reactions. It got great reactions at my gig, so I definitely recommend it. I am giving Billow by the French Twins a 10 on 10. I don't usually give 10s, but this really is good. And keep in mind, I bought this with my own money. I wasn't paid or I wasn't given this for free or anything like that. Like any of you watching this, I purchased this with my own hard-earned money, and I do honestly love this effect. That's all I have to say about Billow. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If not, I'll see you all in my next review. Have a good one, and bye-bye.